Moving on from question 12 to the final question of both this passage and this drill set, number 6 of reading comprehension over at lawhub.lsac.org. We've got one more exception task. Number 13 is asking Shahar's work as it is described in the passage does not provide an answer to which one of the following questions. So we'll highlight in yellow Shahar's work, answer which. And we'll highlight in orange the exception of not. So we know that we're going to still be focused on Shahar's work. So we're framed up on the middle two paragraphs that are focused on Shahar's work. And we are going to eliminate the 4 answer choices that do get answered through the evaluation presented in the paragraphs in the middle there. And we're going to select the one exception that is not answered by the text. So starting with choice A, and we'll go back to the yellow, understanding that it's more likely we're going to see something that would be able to be answered based on the information on the left as opposed to the exception. So thank you for watching this MyGuru LSAT reading comprehension problem explanation video. If you enjoyed the tips that it contains, please consider subscribing to the channel or becoming a member for early and exclusive access to additional practice problem explanation videos using official problems over at lawhub.lsac.org. But for now, let's get back to this explanation. Choice A, did parents feel affection for their children in spite of the fact that many infants were unlikely to survive? Well, yes, because we know that they were trying to sue masters for maltreatment of their children, for instance here. So did they feel affection for their children? Absolutely. That is something that can be answered, so eliminate choice A. Then choice B, how did social norms influence parents' decisions about their children's future? Well, the social norms is right here in our highlighted sentence. We know it was a social norm to ensure one's children a future in society, so that's why they had to be placed in the monasteries or apprenticeships. So goodbye to choice B as being something that Shahar's work does answer. Then choice C, how did the changing perception of the family in the Middle Ages affect the perception of childhood? Well, changing perception of the family. If we skim through these two paragraphs, we're talking about parents' personal attitudes, we're talking about medical writing and theological work, all that stuff about the saints, talking about the children not being expected to live as adults or assume all of the tasks of maturity at once. I don't see anything about the changing perception of the family. So we'll highlight that in orange. Probably just going to leave it open for now, but it kind of stands out. Then choice D, were parents concerned about their children when they reached ages 7 to 11? Well, that's one of our main idea highlight sentences, so that should be able to eliminate D almost immediately. And then, did parents in the Middle Ages view childhood as a distinct stage in human development? Absolutely. It says again that children were not expected to live as adults, and we know that they were considered to be something separate from just adulthood, distinguished from adulthood right there. So E again is eliminated as something that Shahar's work does seem to answer, and of course our correct answer is C, and you just have to be careful to not waste time when you're presented with these types of somewhat overall time-consuming exception question stems in reading comprehension, whether it's here in drill set number 6 or in your future practice drill sets, prep tests, or ultimately your official LSAT reading comprehension section or sections.